Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're all staying safe and healthy during this quarantine. And in this video, I want to discuss a little bit about your forehand contact point. Because I see so many players who are still confused where is the forehand contact point, and therefore developing inconsistent shots and inefficient technique. Let's get to it.
As I observe many players and my students, I found that typically there are two most common mistakes when people play forehand. First one is that they extend their wrist too much like tennis and hit it in front of their body. This is not good because there is no room for your wrist to move. If you move the wrist, then your ball will go out of the table. More importantly, if you keep your wrist like this, you can injure your wrist. The second mistake that I find is that they move their elbow or swing their elbow this way. If you do this, obviously your pedal doesn't start behind the ball. It starts from the side of the ball, then you will create a side spin on the ball, and your swing will go this way to play straight forward, where we see that the swing and the ball's directions are not aligned, therefore not efficient. So if you have these problems, or you can't hit consistent forehand drives or loops or smash, then my tips here will help you. The very first thing that you want to remember before you learn forehand drive is how to hold the paddle and your wrist position. As I have already discussed in the other tutorial, this is neutral grip, and if you turn this way, it will help you play better forehand, but not backhand. If you turn the other way, it will help backhand, but not forehand. This is because the specific grips already give you a good closed angle to play on one side, but not on the other side, because it is open. I recommend starting to play with neutral grip and develop your own grip. After all, when you hold the paddle, you should feel good about the grip, that it's comfortable and secure. Most players do switch grips from backhand to forehand, but it requires a lot of practice. Once you got the grip, you need to understand that it is best to keep the wrist straight from your forearm to learn forehand drive, then develop into smash and loop. So basically, your pedal, wrist, and the forearm are aligned in a straight line. Even a slight different angle or change on the angle will result in inconsistent shots. It is okay to have a little bit of flexion or extension on the wrist, but again, there will be a style that you would develop into after years of training. Now, if you got all of that, we practice forehand drive by playing the ball to the middle of the forehand side. And if we draw a line from each point, your swing will be most efficient when your pedal is perpendicular to this line, and when your swing follows through this line. I put these things so that you can see better what kind of angle the pedal is forming. So from where you stand, this is the contact point for your forehand. It's pretty much on the side, not in front of your body. Some say play the ball in front of you, but the most important thing is the angle that you make at the contact point, and the swing direction to be aligned with the ball's direction to develop an efficient stroke. One of the tips for you to train to hit at this good contact point is not to use just your arm to swing. If you just use your shoulder and arm to make this angle, not only it's difficult to form that angle because you need to be super flexible, but it's a weak position where you will end up using only your arm to swing. So, rotating your hips to create space, thus using your body to play the ball, is essential to develop an efficient forehand technique. As you do this, naturally you will face the ball right in front of you. And here is a very important thing that you need to develop, and I recommend to train from the beginning, which is to watch the ball as you play. So many players predict where the ball will be without actually looking at the ball at the contact point. But you really need to use everything possible you can to catch at the perfect contact point to play very consistent shots. I mean, the ball moves so fast in table tennis game, but there's also spin that you need to be thinking of. Guessing where the ball will be isn't enough to catch at the perfect point. So try to look at the ball until you contact the ball. First time can be confusing, but definitely you will develop more consistent shots, especially when it comes to loop and smash.
Thank you for watching and do not forget to subscribe.